Crim here with another episode of Baldur's Gate. As promised last time, we're going to go ahead and use the elevator lift to get down into the Underdark so that we can get this cutscene. It might do like a lag screen effect. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't want to load in properly. It takes a minute, but it seems fine now. The reason I'm taking this way down instead of going down the other way is because it's easier to get to the mushroom people from this side. And to top it off, that side is full of traps coming down. Unless you, like, deactivate that, like, Selûnite thing. Unless you deactivate that, it's just all traps all the way down. And I don't want to deactivate it just yet because, well, if I do, that's an inspiration that I get. And... okay, that's a trap there. And if I, lose out on free inspiration, then that's kind of annoying later on. Not the biggest deal in the world, but I keep on wasting my inspiration sources. Send this to camp. I went ahead and bought this while I was in the camp over there. I don't really, plan on using it, but it happens to be a named item, so we're just gonna send it to camp for now. Same with these supplies. I think we got that last time. Anyway, let's keep going. There's a lot of stuff that I need to sort through in my own time later. Let's see, do we get the... there should be like a check to be like, oh, I recognize that symbol.
I don't like that. Can't be anything
Yes,
good.
thick with spores. They must thrive in the dark.
Alright, let's go ahead and see if we get an interaction. No? Nothing? Okay. Maybe we get one eventually. So there's another trap like over here, a line of traps. And I'm curious if the Minotaur will set them off instead of me. There we go.
More are coming.
Tell me you hear that voice.
No, that's just you.
Coming. They're coming.
Okay. Still your mind to this unusual voice. Something's coming. We'll go for this
Then
one.
control your thoughts, lest your mind be exploited.
They are coming. You are coming.
Okay, cool. I don't know how I ended up back over here when I was over here, but whatever. So yeah, hopefully we pass this check here. Okay, maybe we can go ahead and do a stealth on you. Come on, get a little closer. Do we not? Can we not hit you? Just trying to get you over here. Because I know that there's traps right here, and I don't want to be the one to set them off. So, let's go for this. Because I don't plan on moving. And we're just going to go for a hamstring attack. It's going to be at disadvantage, but maybe we can hit. Nope, of course we miss. And turn. The Minotaurs are really easy. I think there's one more past them. But other than that, that's... last time you ever see Minotaurs in the game, as far as I know. Okay, so they do set the traps off. That is good to know. I was curious if enemies actually did that, and yeah, turns out they do. Path is interrupted. Well, get closer then. Wow. That was a nasty hit.
Time to strike.
And just, you know, high ground this, I guess. And we action surge. Oh, and he's got Bane on him because of the crossbow. That's really nice.
Let's go.
So can I now? Yep, I've got advantage on you because of the Bane. And I still miss. Cool. So you can still get up to me because of these mushrooms. There's like a platform here that you can get onto and jump. Really nice. Eventually we're going to actually have boots that allow us to do that jump effect that he just did, where you knock people prone and also deal damage to them. That's going to be a minute before we get that. I really need to give her a different staff. I was thinking about it between episodes and I forgot to swap it over. Basically, I need to give her, what is it, this staff back, because this one's not doing anything for her.
Battle
This one is purely a caster staff. Can you finish it off? Wow, really?
I am fury. I am death.
Okay, didn't even see you attack, but cool. And these are once per long rest, so it is kind of a waste using them on them, but whatever. The only other big fight that we're probably going to do is the Duragar. Oh, and the, what is it, Armored Beast or whatever, if we end up deciding to try and fight that thing. Alright, so let's try for this. Can we not? What do you mean we can't reach? Will was able to hit there with Eldritch Blast. Why can't you hit there? So that gave me some lightning charges that last for 2 turns. So if we had anything else, we could do more. Interesting. So we might still be able to make this work for us, since we do have access to a cantrip. But it is going to mean that we have to make sure that we always do that. Meanwhile, we could just give the step to Will, because, you know, Will is always doing cantrip damage. So if we give that to him, he'll be doing extra damage in general, because he's not going to be using his rapier for any reason. So I think that's the play, is to actually just give that to Will so that he can do extra damage. His Eldritch Blasts and such. And she put Bane on him, so that's really nice. Wow, that was a big chunk of damage. Do you not know how to get up here? I'm fine with that. Go ahead and do another one. Can't reach. But it still gave us a charge, and you were able to reach him. What are you talking about? He couldn't reach. So yeah, one more charge. That's nice. Can't do anything else, though. And unfortunately, I didn't move Shadowheart, so you probably can't reach him now. Can you jump over here and do it, maybe? Yeah. So we can do that at least.
I will ascend.
And that was the last of your hits.
Heating up.
Nope, can't do that now. Well, crit miss. That's pretty nice. Well, I think this is it, because you can't really do much else.
Battle favors the
Yeah, look at that
fearless.
1 extra damage from the lightning effect. So, just go ahead and do that. Dark One's Blessing. It is a good idea to let Will get the last hit for that effect. So we're going to go ahead and do what I was just talking about. So take that staff off and hand that over to Will.
The pride of the gate.
Equip that. Since he doesn't really use the sword, he has no reason to ever use his rapier. But cantrips, that's another story entirely. So let's see. Well, maybe it has to be living targets. And I'm curious if that stacks up multiple times. So when the wielder deals damage with a cantrip or a spell, they gain 2 charges. Now, because this does 2 hits, I am curious, really curious, if that works in the way that I'm thinking. He gets 4 charges immediately. Because if he does, that's broken. That's actually broken at that point. Alright, everyone, follow.
La la la.
Hopefully they broke all the traps, so I don't have to worry about them. The Underdark is actually extremely safe when you consider what it is. You just have a bunch of random traps that occasionally show up. Okay, that's pretty useful. So I don't know if there's more traps on this side. We're not going to bother. And I'm going to leave all of the ingredients on the ground for now. I'll come back for them. I haven't really been using alchemy like I thought I would, so I'm not too keen. And this is where that face spider actually drops, so that's cool. That is actually consistency. So before I pushed the...
Must have fallen.
Yep, they must have. Before I pushed the phase spider into the hole, and here it is. So that's, I guess, the only chasm that you can retrieve items from. I was curious back then if, you know, it would actually do that, and yeah, it does. Just forgot all about the curiosity, though, until now. Okay, so there should be maybe one more Minotaur over here, I think. Or no, that was the weird one. The wounded one or whatever. And this is the other way in. Like you see that charred body. I don't think there's anything worth getting over here. Staff of the Moon Maiden. We can get that. And then there's the... come on, let me see it. Some miscellaneous, like, junk here. Some of the items are actually kind of important to look for. Because even though they don't seem like they're worth anything... Where is it? I know I just picked up the staff. They actually have some sentimental value for, like, Shadowheart, for example. And you can end up missing things without paying attention. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and use this.
A dull crystal, glowing only faintly.
So we can try this. Odds are we won't be able to do this, but it doesn't matter. Because I already know where the forge is. This whole interaction with the crystals and all the other guys to figure out where the forge is kind of weird. Because you don't need to do anything with it.
Before. A memory shard used to store brief mental impressions from the user's mind. The crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported somewhere deep, loud, and hot as the hells themselves. Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall. An echoing clang, and you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a...
Yeah, so it's pretty much worthless. It's just starting the quest for that.
Curious.
And speaking of which, we could have also picked up a quest earlier on in the blacksmith area to forge a weapon, but I never actually interacted with the certain like item to trigger that. I just remember that. So in the Blighted Village, there's a barn that you can go into, and it causes a weird cutscene if you open it. And depending on the characters you have with you, you have different reactions to the cutscene. However, on the way to the barn, there is a blacksmith-like table right outside the barn that you can interact with, and that gives you... Oh boy. That gives you a quest.
Holy shit.
There's that thing. That gives you a quest to make a really worthless item. I'll just say that. It has potential to be useful, but for the most part, it's worthless. It's like this, you know, like two-handed sword. I hope Karlach can use this, but odds are she can't. So this is like a whole Excalibur thing, but with drow. I think it's a singing sword.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you.
Similar to one anyway.
Keeping a silent vigil.
So we can just grab the sword and pull it out. We can try the religion. I don't think I'm gonna do it though. Yeah, we're not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna burn an inspiration on this.
You can't recall anything this esoteric. There are too many rituals about swords to count.
Okay, so we could do this to get a little bit more strength. Let's just go for it. Really? You had to lowball me there. Okay.
No matter how you grip or
We're gonna have
tug,
someone else attempt it.
What's next, I
Shadowheart,
wonder?
go for it.
a slender drow blade impales the stone before you.
You have minus one
keeping a
int.
silent vigil.
How do you have minus one int? Well, hopefully she can do it then.
This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Illustray. Blood can only be honored with blood.
The drow script inscribed on the blade flickers and glows. It rises from the stone, hanging in the air in silent offering.
Nice. Free sword. Unfortunately, that gave us some inspiration. So it was wasted. So yeah, this is like a singing sword, but it's like a great sword, which is weird.
Oh, I could go for a good
And it's not
meal.
really a singing sword. There's an actual item that's called a singing sword, but I don't know where it is. I don't think it's in this game. So 5 to 12, that's nice. And it's a great sword, so we should have access to cleave. We've got rush, because we are using the spear and the shield. If we take the shield off, our AC will drop tremendously. We should have access to a cleave now, right? So yeah, we have, no, we do not have access to a cleave. I probably should just look at the actual weapon. So let's put that back on, because I prefer actually like having extra AC. So we have daze, we have lacerates, we have charge, and once per short rest, the sword hums, ready to sing or shriek, whatever that means. I have no idea. It does slightly more damage than my other thing did. And the other thing was only really good for multi-eyed targets, and I don't think there's any more multi-eyed targets for a while. There's going to be a few more spectators in the game, but they're going to be a ways off.
What are those?
Good job. Good job. I hate this place so much. Well, go ahead. Go ahead, get it out of your system. And then go fix it. Yeah, see, normally I never have that issue. I can spawn them right away, but my character is not having any nature right now. It's kind of being a detriment. Of course, I also usually come down that way. Or, where is it? I think there's another way down. Yeah, there's like a vine wall or whatever that you can come down instead. So, oh well. I'm just gonna... What is the camera
Defender
doing?
of
I'm
the
trying to
people.
move it back, but it keeps on locking in weird
His
places.
foot forward.
So let's try and avoid that again. I don't want to hit it. Okay, and we should have a fight. Now this is going to be a really, really annoying fight. An extremely annoying fight. Let's go ahead and have you stealth
Toning things down.
and turn.
Don't burn yourself.
Unfortunately, whoever's prone right now, it's probably gonna die.
Me?
No, it's not you.
Stealth mode activated.
You get over
This
here.
way.
Unfortunately, you have a light over you, so it's not really gonna help much. You can do darkness on both of us. And then you can try and stealth in there. Hopefully that will prevent you from being spotted. Okay, and Lysel is currently in combat, which is good, because that means I can hopefully get in there with a stunning strike or something. Let's see what Lysel has to do.
Fury. I am death.
So the problem with this character, this thing, is if you don't kill it immediately, it runs off, it fully heals, and then you have to fight it again later. So, ideally, we will be able to take care of it. Now, the only problem is trying to get in there.
On the prowl.
So let's try and do a Hunger Pradara, maybe. Or we can just try and yeet you. If we're lucky, we can yeet it.
Easy does it.
Did it yeet? It did yeet, but not very far. And you did exactly what I thought you did. So that is a great weapon for him then. Wow, yeah, that staff, actually a good pick. Because now he does extra damage. And at 5 charges, consume all the charges and deal an additional 1 to 8 lightning damage. That is really good. So that means every 2 turns we're going to be doing way, way, way more damage with him because of the lightning effects. I approve.
My faith protects me.
Okay, so we did some damage to that thing. I don't know if there's a way to stop it, because it's just going to run. It's blinded? Oh, we're blinded. So if I try and go in there right now, unfortunately they're going to see me, and that's going to waste my turn. I hope she can get in there and attempt to hit it, and of course she missed, but she gets another turn, so that's good. There we go. Okay, we can kill this thing now. The stun was the most important thing.
Don't burn yourself.
So let's try and get right up on you.
Poor fucker.
Yeah, just go in and hit it. Hit it really, really hard. No, so it's stunned, so it can't actually see me. So that's nice. We should be able to do advantage on this then. And we're gonna go ahead and rush it. And so long as we stun it every turn, we should be fine.
Heading out.
We don't want this thing to ever get a turn.
Strike.
Just full stop. Because it's just gonna run away. That's the problem with it. It just runs away. So let's go ahead and summon this. It's not much, but it's extra damage. And that's what we need right now, is just as much damage as possible. Okay, is there anything else that we can do? Just go for this. Actually, go for this. It's bleeding. And we got a Bane on. That's perfect.
Keep fighting.
Get a little closer.
No holding back.
For you, I'd like you to go for a... What is the push? I wish it would tell me what the effect for the push is, but oh well, we're going to go for a Bane on Constitution, or maybe Dexterity. Constitution, I think. So, like,
What's the plan?
what's this? Is this a con save? That's a con save. So yeah, let's go ahead and go for
Victor's
Bane on
path.
con. That way, we have a really good chance of stunning it every turn.
I know just what to do.
And I'm gonna save just in case this doesn't work and we end up missing. Only because I absolutely hate this thing. It shows up so randomly and it just wipes the party, and it causes me to end up saving and loading multiple times because of just how annoying it can be. So better to take care of it now. Okay, you're still stunned.
faith will
Now you're
protect
not. You saved against it. You saved against it. That's annoying. So we have to do enough damage to basically kill it this turn then. We can knock it prone probably,
This is your
if we're lucky.
end.
Or we just outright miss. See, this is why I said that it would be a good idea to save before that. Because now we're just gonna miss literally every attack. I thought you were baned. This is ridiculous. So end your
This is
turn.
my time.
Your time down here. A crit on that. So you're doing the most damage.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Like, that was a lot of damage, actually. Jeez. 11 force, 3 necro, 1 lightning, 19 force, 6 necro, 1 lightning. Did you not get the lightning effect, though? Oh, you're just up to...
On the victor's path.
I wonder if it was because it was all, like, stacked together. So next turn, he should have a massive hit. But there might not be a next turn, because this thing probably is just going to get up and do its own thing. So let's code our weapon and hope for the best. Like, seriously, I hope that I hit this thing. I really, really, really hope that I hit. And of course, it's immune to poison, so that's nice. If it runs, we're gonna save it. Or, sorry, we're gonna load it. Sentinel, come on. Reckless attack. Don't run, please. Don't run. I swear, do not run. I don't care if you deal damage to us, just don't run. Yeah, so we used up all the charges there. Did a nice meaty chunk of damage. Hopefully we hit. We probably should be using the crossbow, honestly. Oh well. Wow, that was a good hit.
Put him up.
And
Open up.
hopefully, yep, we finished it off. Very nice. It looked like we did like 2 hits on there. Alright, so whenever the enemy is... Okay, so I gain Wrath every now and then. But it's not super useful. So Wrath, all it does is give me 1 extra attack. Like, +1 to attack. or +1 damage. I forget exactly what it is. I can get it right now to show it off, I think. If I go for a dash. No, I apparently don't have the Wrath Boots on anymore, or is that just in combat? I might have taken off. So it wouldn't be bad to equip. Only thing is, it's not that good for armor for me. Like, as you can see, it's light armor, or sorry, not light armor, it's basically an outfit. So give it to a character that can actually take advantage of that. Like her, she's not going to use any poison attacks. So give that to her. There we go. Problem solved.
Wanna dance?
And Will isn't actually wearing any armor at all because I, for some reason,
My
decided to
faith will
just
guide me.
make him essentially nude.
Sharp as ever.
So let's just give him that in case he ever has to
Don't be shy.
show up in a cutscene without armor on. Or sorry, without his town outfit on. Alright, that was easy actually. Normally that fight can go really, really bad, poorly. It all has to do with stunning it, which is why Monk is extremely overpowered in this game. Real talk, the addition of Monk from the early access was an amazing addition.
Torch talk. Best watch my step. They like to explode. Not sure what the other mushrooms are.
Because we failed the check up top, they don't know what the other mushrooms are. That's cool. It is nice that they actually reference that. I think that's most of them. Yeah. Go ahead and save again.
Moving it.
Go ahead and talk to you guys.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision.
Yeah, I see a
Your
twitchy vision.
lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Ah, the usual. Seeking... Sorry. I kind of hope that they were like Karlach things. To tell the truth about the parasite, you only seek to passage in your search for a treatment. Let's go for that one.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
I can mend neither skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Okay, fair enough. So, if we actually, like, go to the Durgar first and come over here and the Durgar task us with destroying them, that probably changes stuff. There should be, like, 3 merchants here that we can interact with. Don't really remember where one of them is, but I know where 2 of them are. Like, this one is a merchant. He's, what is that? A hobgoblin. The hobgoblin models are really strange. Like, when I first saw this guy, I thought it was the goblins that were created by Acquisition Incorporates or whatever. The, Jerry Holkins or whatever. He had the C-Team go into the Underdark, and in one of the story plots, it involved stuff that's kind of spoilery, but it's really, really far in there, and essentially they just made up a new race of goblins, and they made it canon. So when I first saw him, I was like, oh wow, they actually are like paying honor to the Acquisition Incorporate thing. It's like, no, that's just a hobgoblin.
Damn it all.
It's a great YouTube channel, by the way, the Penny Arcade's like C-Team stuff. The normal stuff's good too, but the C-Team has a lot of
Sovereign's
content.
thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker. I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Okay, fair enough.
Let us spill blood. Dwergar or Myconid, I care not which.
Myconid don't have blood, so Dwergar it is.
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song. An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
I always save this item instead of using it, because I never know when I
The
actually need
Sovereign
it.
gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
Alright. And we'll just ignore what's going on with the stuff. So, haste spore. Let's see. Okay. Explodes a cloud of invigorating energy. Hastens creatures within. Whatever that means. And we're gonna go ahead and cure you, because all you need is like a basic antidote.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Oh, I have antitoxin, so here you go.
Gods! Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
Because I feel like it.
No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But... that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, Carl's garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Yeah, you're in no condition to help. Tell me what I can do.
Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
Yeah. And what can I expect from this clan? What were they digging? Alright, I'll free you people. We'll go for this one first.
Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter. They'll work my clan to death before they ever get near it.
They're basically trying to find the Adamantine Forge, which is literally right next to them. Or what's the expedition?
Just mining
Sorry.
for materials. Nothing unusual.
I thought it said,
But
what
our
can I
work
expect from
pays
it?
well. Help my clan, and we'll make it worth your while. I swear. Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here... I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Dwergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Alright. That was nice. Another inspiration that's wasted. See, it happens like crazy. I just don't use them right. So click heals is, I believe, decent. It's not the most useful thing.
Defender of the people.
But he doesn't have boots, so we can just give him that. Yeah, that's decent. Speed and also freedom of movement.
Defender of the people.
And that's all the time. How much is the speed? Does it actually show? I don't actually see anything about speed. I just see the haste or the dash effect. So it's supposed to give him freedom of movement, so it's whatever. Alright, and it's a bonus action. So that technically would mean...
of the gate.
Okay, I get it. I get it. So this is the speed. So it's technically a bonus action dash plus freedom of movement. So that's actually really, really powerful. Instead of having to be like a rogue to get the bonus action dash, you just have bonus action dash by default with that one item. So yeah, that's really good.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and get the ball rolling on this as well. He has a quest that I'm not going to accept towards the end because it'll mess up the ending, sort of.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
A lot of clipping going on with his model. It's almost like he wasn't designed to wear this.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place.
Okay.
It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
Deceptions, Mind Flare infected me with the tablet. Let's just go ahead and be with this.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Yep. Yeah, I'll listen.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis?
So I'll
Open
just...
your mind to me.
Okay, we'll do this then.
Let us see what lurks within.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say this character right here is like your best friend if you treat him right. So, yeah, go ahead and let him in.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the lava is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
That's a good screenshot right there. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna do this before I forget. There we go. Can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
Oh, that's a shame. That really is a shame. Oh well. Bash your skull. Bashing my skull is just part of the day's work. Should I do that? Should I do that? I'm gonna do that.
You would not survive the outcome. The tadpole must be completely crushed, and your skull along with it.
I can grow a new one. We have magic in this world.
But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Okay, we'll go ahead and tell you about the strange mind flayer on the ship.
A nautiloid? Fascinating.
See, he thinks they're all
I
extinct.
have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Nothing to say about that, Lizelle? Thanks for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
Yeah.
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava.
So I'm not actually going to do this. We're going to go ahead and continue the quest just to get the dialogue, but we're not going to do it. We're going to let the quest burn.
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timusk spawn, but be warned, in their natural state, Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them.
That was the stuff that we destroyed
The
before
tongue
we entered here.
is self-explanatory.
There's a place that we can harvest all of that, so it's whatever.
My formula will hamper the more harmful effects. Your sanity, however much you possess, should remain intact.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous.
They're quite rare.
I
They're
imagine
literally
Lenore
outside your
would have them in
doorstep.
her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric.
All right.
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
Okay. I'll come back and find those mushrooms, I guess.
May your travels be safe.
And I'm not actually going to do that. The reason why is twofold. The first thing is it enhances the parasite, and I'm not doing parasites at all, so by doing this, it will force the stage to progress to the point where we have the abilities, and I think it eventually will let us, like, use the insertions, but maybe we have to consume the other parasites to do that. And the other issue is, well, outright, it fails, but the other issue is the alternative for the failure is he offers up a ring that he can, like, give you to help weaken the powers, the negative effects, and that ring is the only thing that's keeping him from going insane. So I'd rather not take the ring, to be quite honest.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
I've never seen a hobgoblin like you before.
The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality.
Interesting.
Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
Aw, man.
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict. I observed the fight from a distance. Combat is not my field of expertise, but the Myconids handled themselves well enough.
Yeah, it's not really their field of expertise either.
I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Yep. Let's go ahead and see what you got. And odds are we're gonna probably come back here and steal stuff. Anything that I can't afford. Interesting. Movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain is really, really useful. Scorching Ray, not so much. Baneful. On hit, possibly bane your targets. Huh. That's useful as well. This weapon only function... Okay, so you need to be a Warlock or an Eldritch Knight in order to even use the Bane effect. So the only person who could potentially use this right now would be Will if I actually went for the weapon pack sort of specialization, which I did not go for. So this weapon's actually worthless. Good to know. Really good to know. Animate Dead is going to be useful later on, so we'll probably come back for that. We're gonna just go ahead and buy these now, so I have some. And yeah, when you burn an enemy, you gain 2 heat, so that deals extra damage to them. Yeah, I don't really need anything right now. Good to know.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalog.
Good for you. And we'll eventually just get all that stuff from him. Just so I have it, in the off chance. Alright, so there is, I think, another merchant somewhere. Should be like a Duragar merchant. I don't know. There's this guy, but he doesn't count, or girl. Maybe I'm misremembering that. I thought that there was one of the Duragar that was infected or whatever that was also a merchant, but apparently not.
Want master back.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Nope. What's he doing down here?
Right now. Waiting for that idiot Balin's return. Unless you've seen him, we don't have much to discuss.
Yeah, I'll go find him.
Like I told you already, I'm waiting for that bald, blue tunic, dumb as this. Right. Never mind. My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. Knock yourself out. You try to ransom him to me. You'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
Anything worth stealing from you. Because I think you two stick around for a while after I free him. Oh, interesting. That's somewhat useful for a cleric or whatever. Not the most useful thing, though. Jump also not very useful. Yeah, not too much that I can actually use from this. The mushrooms and all that stuff are kind of nice.
Balin, where are you?
I don't know why, but I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm not going to answer it, just letting you know. I don't know why. This is why I put it on silence. It's actually from someone that I should probably talk to, but I just saw him, so no reason for them to just call unless I, like, forgot something. But we're gonna continue down this path. So there's 2 things we can do real quick. We can go down there now and talk to the Duragar and try and figure out what's going on, or we can talk to this guy and have him come down there with us.
Fleshwalker, tongue talker, reach into memory. Tell me
cringes in response to your sunny vision.
Dwargard is strong. This circle, but I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwargar rot. I am the danger, and I am the cure. They erased my people. In death, your foe becomes your ally. Remain in the Underdark.
Alright, so we're gonna bring him over there, and I believe next episode we will actually start the episode with the fight. Because, unfortunately, that phone call has me a little concerned now. And I don't want to have to worry about stopping the recording, just deal with it. Sorry about that. The episode is going to be slightly shorter than usual. Because, well, lately they've just been longer than they should be. Because I just keep playing and I forget what I'm doing. Oh wait, let's not take those. Those weigh a lot. Those weigh a whole lot. So let's just dump that. The rest can come with us, and we'll loot, like, off-camera like usual. And I'll describe what we're going to do next. So, we're going to do the Durgar fight up here next time, right away. And after the Durgar fight, we will head over to the other side of the map, over here, to find her husband, who's, like, tucked away in a bunch of mushrooms and such. So we have to, like, use a resistance to poison potion to get in there. And then we'll probably fight a bunch of, what is these, hook monsters or whatever. Hook horrors in this area. Find a tree bark next time, and use that to enhance a weapon that I'm never going to use. So that's going to be hopefully all that we do next time.
Huh. Looks abandoned.
This fight is going to take a while though, which is why I'm not going to do it right now. This fight probably would take me about an hour or an hour and a half, I guess, depending on how it goes, just because how slow it is. Because you get a bunch of enemies that decide to turn invisible and just hide for a long time, and then you have to hunt them down. I can see invis, but I can't, like, navigate the entire map. I have to be right next to him to do the invis thing. So let's go ahead and pop a short rest. We're going to go ahead and save. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this is Crim signing out. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.